Hello students, now we will discuss about the next topic, that is factors affecting friction. So there are different type of factors which increases friction, like number one, the nature of the surface of contact. If the surface is rough, then that means the friction will be more. So it depends on the nature of surface, either the surface is rough or smooth. Second thing is that it also depends on the weight of the body. If body is having more weight, then more friction will be there. Even different type of substances have different type of properties which are related to the friction, and these all properties are determined by the coefficient of friction. What is coefficient of friction? The coefficient of friction is a property which indicates that the which type of surfaces is having higher amount of friction. When the value of coefficient of friction is high, then it shows high friction or more friction, whereas its value is low, its lower value represents that the surface is frictionless, or it is smooth, or it is having lesser amount of friction. So actually the value of coefficient of friction represents the amount of friction. For a smooth surfaces its value is lesser, for rough surfaces its value is more. Even we are able to increase or decrease the friction according to our requirements. Friction do not depend on the area of the contact, it depends on the type of rough and smooth surface or the weight of the body only. Now students, we will discuss about the next topic, that is the methods of reducing friction. Students, there are certain methods by which we can reduce friction. For example, number one is oiling. Oiling is a method by which sliding friction can be reduced and the surfaces can be made smoother. Generally the machine parts, they are by oiling the machine parts are lubricated, so that's why lesser friction will be there between their parts. फॉर एग्जाम्पल सम टाइम यू हैव सीन, आपने दरवाजे को देखा होगा, उसमें आवाज़ आने लग जाती है, तो वहाँ पे ऑयलिंग करने से आवाज़ नहीं होती. सो एक्चुअली द ऑयलिंग रिड्यूसेस द फ्रिक्शन बाय इंक्रीजिंग द लुब्रिकेशन. नंबर सेकेंड इज द पॉलिशिंग. So what is polishing? Polishing means certain substances like certain surfaces are there. आपने देखा होगा कि जैसे कि फर्श वगैरह होता है, तो उस पे क्या है, घिसाई के पहले और क्या की जाती है, पॉलिश की जाती है. घिसाई भी हो जाती है फर्श की, उसके बाद में उस पर पॉलिश की जाती है. जैसे वुडन फ्लोरिंग पे भी कुछ पॉलिश की जाती है, तो ये सब पॉलिश की जाती है टू रिड्यूस द फ्रिक्शन. सो बाय polishing the surfaces in contact with suitable material, we make the rough surfaces smooth, and this is called polishing. By this we reduces the friction. Third one is streamlining. Generally the objects which are flowing in water or which are moving in air, they are experiences the friction due to air and water. So to reduce such type of friction, the shape of the aircrafts as well as ships, they are streamlined. In a streamlined shape, the tip is just means the tip of the aircraft, it is comparatively, it is means a narrow shape is there, means at a particular such type of shape, it is called streamlined shape, in which narrow it is front and broad at the back or at the middle. All the birds are having streamlined body, because by this minimum friction will be there during their flight. And ships, boat, aeroplanes, fishes, they are also having the streamlined shape so that they can move easily in the water. Next one is to use anti-friction alloys. by using anti-friction alloys. How can we use? Whenever we are having a steel and we are sliding a steel over a steel. This is one steel and this one is another. So when a steel slides on another steel, then it causes friction. But when steel slides to the bronze, which is an alloy, then we see that the friction is comparatively reduced. So we can line the moving parts with the help of alloys, and these are called anti-friction alloys. Means the steel are generally covered with alloys, or due to the coating of alloys they shows lesser amount of friction, or we can reduce the friction, and this is called the anti-friction alloys. Fifth one is by using air cushions. Generally means what is air cushion? A thin cushion of compressed air. It is called the air cushion. Generally in vehicles, between the solid surfaces, in a vehicle, generally air cushions are there in vehicle also, overcrafts. So what happen that they are having air filled in them, which are used to reduce the friction. Okay, now use next one is to use ball bearings. You can see that in the machine parts, in different type of machine tools, ball bearings are there. You can see their picture in the book also. So ball bearings are there. Once if we means it is not possible for us to walk on the surface on which marbles are scattered. So because circular marbles are there, which reduces the friction between our foot as well as the floor. Similarly, the ball bearings are used, they are used in the moving surfaces of a machine. They are made up of hard steel or ceramic, and they are placed between two moving parts, due to which the friction is reduced, because the sliding friction is converted into rolling friction by the ball bearings. So these are some methods by which we can reduce the friction according to our requirement. Now we will discuss about some of the methods to increase friction, because friction is also helpful in our daily life also. So what are the methods by which we can increase friction? Number one is treading of tires. You have seen that in tires so many grooves are there. टायर्स में ऐसे छेद छेद से बने हुए होते हैं. So actually the tires of vehicles, they are having the grooves on their surface by which friction can be increased, especially when during the rainy season, when the roads are wet, then these grooves helps the vehicles not to skid. Even synthetic rubber is also used for the manufacturing of the tires, due to the high coefficient of friction with the road. So this is the method to increase friction. Second one is sandling. Generally on the tracks which are covered with snow tracks are there in hilly areas and cold areas. So over there sand is thrown, because sand increases the friction between the surfaces, due to which the vehicles cannot get skid on the road. Next one is the athletes, they are having spikes on their shoes. The spikes on the shoes, they are actually increases the friction, so that the athlete do not get slip and the athlete can run very fast. Fourth one is for clearing floors, hard brushes, use of hard brushes. Generally for cleaning of floors, hard brushes are used to increases the efficiency of rubbing. Okay, so we are using the hard brushes, because hard brushes increases friction, which helps us to in cleaning purpose easily. Next one more is there, like you can see the sides of matchbox. The sides of matchbox, they are also generally very rough, because whenever we are just sliding the matchstick on this hard surface, then means it get enough amount of friction so that the heat release get converted into the light and the matchstick get burns. So these are some methods by which we can increase and decrease friction in our daily life, and this is helpful for us. Okay, now students, the next part is that what are the various advantages as well as disadvantages of friction. So there are several disadvantages as well as advantages of friction which can see in our daily life. So first of all, students, we will discuss about the advantages. So what are the advantages of friction? Generally, the friction helps us in walking. We walk on the road. When we walk, then there is friction between our foot as well as between the ground, between our foot and ground. So this friction prevents us from slipping, and if we try to walk on a wet floor, then we tends to slip because the water is there between our foot as well as the ground, and this reduces friction. So even if we step on the banana peel, then we can slip because the banana peel is smooth and it reduces friction. So the main advantage of friction is that friction helps us in walking, us in running, etc. Second one is friction helps us in writing, because whenever we write, then between the pen and paper there is means we can see that friction is there by which we can write properly. But if we will put some amount of oil over the paper, then oil reduces friction. That's why the pen will slip and we are not able to write. Third one is in matchstick. So whenever matchstick is there, means in lightning of matchstick we require friction. So whenever we are just sliding the matchstick on the matchstick box, then by friction heat is produced, due to which the matchstick get light. Fourth one is cutting, wood cutting. So cutting of wood also require friction, because between the axe as well as the wood, when the friction will be there, then only the wood will be cut. Otherwise wood will not be cut. Next one, we can open the lids of the bottle, the cap of pan from our hand due to friction. So it helps us in opening lids, caps of pan, etc. How can it be? Because you can put some oil on your hand and then you will see that you will not be able to open the pan easily, because there will be due to the presence of oil or cream, there will be lesser friction between our hands and the surface of the bottle lids or caps of pan. So the friction is required for these things. Now we will discuss about some disadvantages of friction. That what are the disadvantages of friction in our day-to-day life? Generally, there are certain parts of machine. We know continuously the parts of machine are working. So some of the parts of machine, they touch each other, and due to this the friction causes, and this friction results in wear and tearing of the machine parts. So the parts of machine wear and tear, touch each other due to get damaged due to the friction. Second one is, if we are having a same pair of shoes for months, then the sole of the shoes get wear out. Sole wear out. Why? Because of continuous friction between the shoe as well as the ground. So next one, third one is, the engines of car and the machine become hot when they are running for some time due to friction. So it results in heating of engines, due to which the machine parts may get damaged. This is due to friction. Next one is whenever the objects are moving, then to overcome they have to lose some energy, means during friction some amount of energy is released, and due to this energy, the friction, it causes the wastage of energy. So friction results in the wastage of energy also, wastage of energy of the moving objects. So student, this is the chapter 9.